If you look at, say, someone like Stassi, and you're like, well, episode 1, she had this amazing one line, and you can't start trying to think of liners. It just has to be you, and no one can do you like you. In the same way that no one can do Janae like Janae, or Leah like Leah, or Serena like Serena.
Virtual reality.
Ariana Madix, Danny and I are so excited to have you in studio because Love Island season is about to be back in full swing. How excited are you?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to meet whoever the new Islanders are. I'm excited to see all of the crew again. Like, it's gonna be really fun.
I know. I feel because you are you started as a super fan of Love Island. This kind of seems like the most dream job a dream job could be.
Yeah, it really ticks all my boxes, so to speak.
Your perfect job on paper for sure. And this past season, season 6, the show just blew up. The cast was so incredible. How are we gonna top it? I can't imagine it, but I feel like we're going to be able to do it.
I feel like you don't. Like, you don't try to top it.
Okay, there's that.
You try to almost be completely different, do your own thing, completely create your own lane, because, I think as happens even with, say, like, pop stars or certain things, it's almost like if it's too similar, then here comes the comparisons, and I almost feel like if it's just completely new, it's its own thing, you can't compare it.
Right.
And if every Islander is just being super authentic and just really truly bringing themselves, then no one can ever say that you're like anyone else, so I think that that's maybe the way to do it, to go about it.
Oh, that's right. Because then it's fun because every season is its new own thing. And you get people obsessed with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've watched so many seasons of Love Island. But yeah, we could talk about them all. But I find so many times when I start a new season of Love Island, I'm always like, I don't know if I'm gonna like anyone. It doesn't feel like, I get a little bit like, am I gonna finish this? And then maybe 2 or 3 episodes in, I'm hooked. I have my favorites.
Right.
It happens. So I feel like it's just a matter of just letting it happen.
Even this past season, I remember feeling a little iffy about Leah, and then a week in, I'm her #1 fan. Like, Danny
he still talks about her every day. Leah and Labubu dolls are all he talks about.
Are you into Labubus? Have you heard about Labubus?
I've seen these Labubus, but I don't understand.
They scare me.
We gotta not talk about it right now. No, I'm obsessed with it, but I'm also still obsessed with Leah. But like you were saying, at first you're kind of like, I don't know, and then you just become like ravenous. It's so insane. Every single Love Island season, that's the same way it works for me too.
Yeah.
For anyone who feels the pressure to be the next Leah, the next Serena, the next Janae, what would you tell them?
Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't. In the same sense that, like, if you look at there's so many, like Housewives, for example. Yeah. There's so many iconic, amazing Housewives. If you were to be cast on, Housewives of Potomac, you can't walk in there and having studied Candace and being like, I'm gonna be like this, because people will clock that right away. And I think that, or if you look at, say, someone like Stassi, and you're like, well, episode 1, she had this amazing one line, and you can't start trying to think of liners. It just has to be you, and no one can do you like you. In the same way that no one can do Janae like Janae, or Leah like Leah, or Serena like Serena. So it's almost like to carve out your own niche, being truly yourself. And I feel like that's exactly what those girls did, and why they resonated with people so much, is they were so just uniquely them.
And I love you talking about how, like, a season 1 Stassi, because people really can't recreate her, because now that she's back on Vanderpump Villa, I'm like, she's fighting over something, I'm like, that only a Stassi could fight over.
Have you heard about this tattoo fight?
What's the tattoo?
So she got in a fight with Beau, because he has his, like, a strange sister that he didn't know about, that they then, like, reconnected.
Oh.
He got her tattoo, her name on his arm, and doesn't have a Stassi tattoo. And I think it was probably, under the Tuscan sun with some drinks. That set her off.
Does he plan on getting a Stassi tattoo?
I don't think so.
Maybe,
I think that was,
maybe now.
Maybe he better.
Okay, yeah,
he better now.
He better.
But that's exactly, I'm like, I don't think anybody could think of a fight like that besides Stassi.
Yeah, well, that's also like a very, wow, okay.
It's layers.
There's layers to it.
Because I'm like, that is his sister. So I don't know, you can be jealous of that. But now the more I talk about it, I'm like, would I be jealous? I don't don't know.
Well, I don't know that I would be. I don't. Yeah.
For a long lost sister, I don't think I would be jealous.
Not jealous. I feel like it's not jealous, but it's almost like
A little weirded out.
why. As long as you also plan on getting a tattoo of mine.
Okay, with your name.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was Stassi's point.
That's because
But you would have probably explained it a bit more calmly.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
A few drinks under the Tuscan sun.
That's right. That's
All
right.
bets are off.
Because you know what? That's exactly it. Getting your sister's name is kind of Labubu doll, where I'm like, it's cute but confusing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's like, but
Yeah.
wait, but it is so funny because even when I was like watching that moment with her, and I was like, okay, I kind of get where she's coming from. And watching Love Island, I'm like, seeing fan reactions of people being like, oh my God, they're so crazy. I'm like, oh, that's me. Like, I feel like you learn so much about yourself watching reality TV. Watching and now like being able to have a front row seat on like a dating competition type show. Or is there anything that you learn about yourself that you're like, oh, I do that and everyone says that's weird? Or like, oh, I should be more like that?
No, definitely I should be more like that.
Yes.
I feel like the girls last season were so, especially, I'm a lot older than them, and the way they were so good at just clocking these guys, you know, almost not demanding is a weird word, but really standing in their truth of like what they want, what they deserve, and supporting each other and all of that. I was like, damn, why wasn't I like that at that age?
I know. I rewatch Serena laying into Cordell quite often. And I love that they're still thriving. It's almost like they had to go through that to get where they are now.
Yeah,
it's great to
and
see
what
them.
was so beautiful about that too was how supportive he was of how she felt. There was never a moment where he was like, you shouldn't be like, the other guys were saying that, and he was like, no, she has every right, you know, and I was like, see, that's a good man.
Is it tough for you to, as the host of Love Island, to not have favorites, not be biased? I mean, you can't really express that.
Yeah, I have favorites and I am biased.
I'm
a human.
You can't let us know.
But I can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Especially in the moment, if I am in the villa and I'm standing right there and it's happening in front of me, it's really tough sometimes to just, you know, really got to keep it straight. Because that's the integrity of the show. I feel like if I show my biases too much, it can get a little bit, you know, it's not good.
And because you are such a scholar of Love Island, and now because you're, you know, in the world, part of the franchise, have you been able to meet people from past seasons that you fangirl over? Because when Olivia Atwood came in here, she was during New York Fashion Week, and she was like, I was shaking meeting Teresa Giudice, and Teresa was shaking meeting her. So it's like the fun, which is, I'm just like picturing a world of like
Insane,
that link up in conversation. But have you had moments where you're like, oh, I'm shaking and I have to maybe play it cool because I'm in my host era or like my host moment with them? But I just want to hug you and take a picture.
So when I guest hosted for games, I came in and, you know, you had like, it was when I brought in like Georgia, and I'm like standing there, I'm like, I cannot believe she was right there in front of my face.
Yeah.
Because she's, you know, these older seasons of UK are everything.
So iconic.
So that one is like a big one for me. Yeah, but Olivia Atwood, I would die to meet her.
She was so, she came in, she had like dolls on her Birkin. She's like, I got a Birkin because I would just, you know, I just felt like I should have one. I'm like, you should have one, Olivia.
How the UK Love Islanders are so rich.
I don't know how she, and also I stalked her wedding after because I was like, what is the deal with it? A stunning wedding.
Yeah.
At like this rich hotel in London. And she has like, you have so many shows. She has 5 shows on like the BBC investigating things. I don't know what she's up to.
There's so much money.
I know.
I don't have like, I'm like, let's get something straight.
Like, where's my Birkin?
You're on your way.
Yeah, oh my God, could never.
Well,
I'd be like,
Who else would be on your Love Island UK wish list to meet? Have you met Molly May ever?
No, I would love to.
I would evaporate.
Well, Maura was someone who I
oh my God,
absolutely
yes.
was obsessed with. And then, of course, we got to work together during last season.
Yeah.
So that was really, really cool. But yeah, Molly May.
Yeah. Have you watched the Amazon show?
No.
Oh, you have to.
But of course, I see like clips on TikTok.
They dropped the first 3 episodes, and then that was it. And then she's like, "Oh, you have to wait like 9 weeks for the next 3," which
I love
is
that hype though.
actually torturous. Are they together? I think they're
back
together.
together.
How does that make you feel? Do you support it?
If it's done well informed, and you know, I feel like because he admitted to he had an alcohol. I feel like if he's actively in treatment, and he's really taking those steps and he's doing all of that seriously, and she feels like it's the right thing to do, then I would like to trust that she knows that's right for her. I just loved them together, so it's like, it's so tough. We have like this parasocial relationship with their season.
Yeah.
I know, same.
Because you were talking about how you were young, but you said that you're not as young as all the ladies on Love Island. You have an exciting birthday this year. I was exciting because it's entering a new era of the 40s. How are we feeling?
You know, I remember when I was younger, celebrities, it was like Jennifer Aniston, or somebody would be like, your 30s are the best, but then you get to your 40s and you feel you're most confident, your best self. And I was like, that seems like a load of crap. But now I feel like there's something to that, for sure. I feel like when people talk about being comfortable in their skin, I feel like it's actually starting to make sense. You know, I never quite understood what that meant. And just being okay with either being liked or not liked, and just being, but this is me. Like, I think that's, you know, it's starting to click in, and I'm just like, just don't look too closely at my neck.
You
have nothing on. What are you talking about?
So good. How would you describe though your relationship with aging in the industry that you work in? Because I do feel like there is a lot of pressure also with all the filtering on Instagram and social media and everything, and the surgeries and the people gatekeeping, and then people also bragging about what they get. There's just so much information constantly coming at you.
Yeah. I always feel like while it is nobody's business when anybody does or doesn't do, I always feel like it's good to be like, I do think it's good to be transparent if someone feels comfortable being transparent, of course. You know, there is a lot of pressure. I definitely, like, I drink insane amounts of water, like 100 ounces a day, like cuckoo crazy. I'm in the gym constantly. I think that it is a thing of, you know, it is an industry, and I am in a position where that stuff does matter. But I also know that these things I'm gonna get older no matter what, and aging is something that, you know, if you don't age, you just die.
That's the two alternatives. Like,
I'd rather be aged than dead.
Yeah,
for sure. You know, we were just talking. I just did my first laser treatment. I've been very interested in that for a long time. I keep things at a minimum. So like I do Botox like every maybe like 6 months or so. I just got a little bit in my lips because they were getting really crusty on the inside.
They look
but
good.
I never, thank you. I never go more than 0.5 at a time. I was going, I'm like, so what's the smallest amount you'd be willing to do? Because I never want to look crazy. The lasers, you know, skin laxity for me is, the fine lines I don't give a shit about. No. But skin laxity is something that I've been dealing with. And they were like, well, because of that, you're not even a candidate for filler in your face because it'll just, you don't have the structure to support it.
That's probably
so
a
that's
good thing.
why we that's why we started on the lasers. So I will report back after I've had
please let us know
all of the things. But anyways, there is a lot of pressure. I feel like you don't want to be preoccupied with it too much, for sure. But at the same time, if you feel good about doing something, go ahead and do it. And really, at the end of the day, it's nobody's business. I know that there's a lot of speculation when people do or don't do stuff anyways. So I was saying, I'm like, the work done allegations.
Yes,
You're like,
good to get the allegations.
I'm like, give me the allegations. There was like when someone was like, is she on Ozempic? I was like, so you think I'm skinny?
Yeah.
You're like, and I'm saving thousands of dollars not being on it, but getting the compliment.
I know, right? I'm like, dang, okay, I guess the gym's been working.
Right, but you did mention, you mentioned that you're in the gym. Those Coachella photos, your abs, Ariana.
Thank you.
Pulsating. That's insane. And you're dating a trainer also.
Yes.
Does he help out in that department?
He designs my weightlifting workouts for me.
A dream.
But I do them all like by myself because I need to be in the zone.
Yeah.
But I learned about this thing recently called cardio.
Oh.
Yeah.
She works?
She does her thing?
Sadly.
I
hate to hear that.
Yeah, honestly, it was a big letdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not happy about it. I was like, wait, so you're saying this is actually effective?
I hate too because like you're like, I'm drinking water and going to the gym. It's the two things that they always say to do.
Right.
But I'm like, no, there's something else.
Yeah.
There has to be something else.
Yeah, it can't just be this. This is the worst thing ever. I have to run.
Oh.
That's not fun. Wait, and it's so fun too because we were talking with Ali Luber last week. She read our charts. We lost our mind.
She knows. She's so good with
She's
the
psychic.
charts. Like
She's
she really is so
Yeah.
knowledgeable.
She told we have the same Jupiter in the first house. I was like, what does that mean? And we have a 4-leaf clover.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm very excited for both of us for that. When she was like, Ariana Madix, I was like, all right, so I'm good. Okay. He's in a house of horror, she said. I don't know.
It's literally, she was like, you are basically the male Ariana Madix, and I live in a haunted house. I live in a haunted house.
You live in a haunted
I live in
house.
a
It's
haunted
'cause he has,
house.
like,
Death
psychic
surrounds
connections.
me.
Oh.
Apparently I'm like psychic. I can talk to dead people or something.
Oh,
but I
that's
just need to tap
cool.
into that.
Is there anyone here?
I don't know, maybe. We don't know.
All the lights go out.
Oh my God, imagine.
I'd be like, we're in Norcape right now. Wait, but we were telling her because she obviously was singing your praises and saying that she loves your Love Island moment. We were like, wouldn't she be such a good bombshell?
Oh, yes, wouldn't Allie be the perfect
Yeah,
bombshell?
She would. She's so that girl too that all the guys would be like, she's so, like, she's got that like sweet beauty that, but she's whip smart, so she will not let you get away with it. So I actually think Allie would be a good bombshell.
I know you're not involved in casting, but
I
I
know,
feel like maybe
like-
I could push that somehow.
I'm like, does this me just speaking it into the
Let's
you
put
know.
it into
To the stars, and she talks to the
stars?
stars.
So yeah,
They will all
exactly.
connect right there. Yeah.
Yes, she would be a good bombshell.
I know. She's
I
so
love
fun.
her. She's so good.
And I would just want someone every day to be like, what are the stars saying for me?
I know.
Yeah.
Are you super into that?
I've gone through phases where I'm like more into it, but I only know so much. So sometimes I'm like, it doesn't make sense or I don't know, but that's why, I mean, someone like Allie,
She has
but
a
you
great
know
way
what's
of explaining
crazy?
it.
This is probably TMI.
Yes.
Every full moon.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wait, so you're connected somehow.
I'm a witch, I
You're a
think.
witch. Okay.
Possibly.
what's
well,
going on
you're
with the
a
full
Cancer,
moon?
right?
I am a Cancer.
And the moon rules Cancer.
Yes.
So that
And
sort
there's
of
been
makes
times
sense.
where I'm even like late and I'm wondering what's going on, and then the full moon comes and boop, there you go.
Wow.
You're like,
okay.
You're a full moon?
Fun fact about me.
I guess that's a great place to end this conversation. Everyone tune into Love Island season
And when
7.
it's a full moon, you know Ariana's busy.
Oh my God.
When we do the
always
shots of
win
the
the
full moon, you know it's a moment.
Oh no.
Oh,
I've
the
said too
memes are
much.
making themselves. Ariana, but we love you so much. Thank you for
Oh,
coming
thank you.
by.
I love you guys.